Hey, Lori here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a really quick little centerpiece for my table downstairs. My mother really wanted something that was super simple, so my parents live with me. They're in their 90s, and my mother really loves to decorate. So she really wanted me to make something new for the table, but she wanted it to be super simple and something that, you know, didn't have anything that people couldn't see over. So I thought, well, okay, I'll just make something really simple to put on the table. And I thought I would show you just how quick and easy something like this is. So what I did is I grabbed a few little garlands that I have. So I have this really nice garland that has all of these beautiful greenery on it, and I also have one that has the boxwood on it. I have some really pretty colored leaves, and so I'm just going to make something super simple for the table, just to run it, almost like a runner. And I have this super inexpensive garland. So I love to get these every year. You can see these are super thin, but it's not going to matter because all we really need is something to hold everything together. All right, so just going to kind of open it up a little bit. This is not really going to be the focal. This just kind of helps hold everything in place. Okay. So I'll just kind of open it up. And then I'm going to take my first garland and I'm just going to start kind of tying it in. So I'll pull up the leaves and just put two ties together. You're really not going to see this garland a whole lot. It just kind of helps hold it together. And I'll come down and occasionally I'll grab one, tie it down. Okay, and then again, come down, tie it down, and you can get these in a lot of places. So a great place to get it is Hobby Lobby or Joann's, Michael's, and they all have them on sale right now. So they all have fall way off. Now this is a fall one just because we have a lot of people coming in for Thanksgiving. But you can do this exact same thing for Christmas. You could actually even use the same one and just take out the fall elements and put in a Christmas elements. It's just super simple and fun and easy. Okay. So I'm just kind of straightening it out. Spread out my garland a little. Tie down my leaves. Like that. So I'm just going to trim this off because I don't need the whole thing. The great thing about these garlands is you can use them in a lot of different ways. So when they go on sale, grab some of these super inexpensive ones because you can really use them in a lot of ways. Okay, so I don't need this end here, so I'm just going to trim this off. None of this is going to be glued in because what I'll do is I'll just kind of reuse this again. Okay, so now we'll go through and we'll start adding in some of this boxwood. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go in and kind of weave in some of the boxwood. Okay. So I'll kind of move some of the leaves and just kind of put this in. Okay. Just kind of weave them in together. And again, I'm going to occasionally tie it down. Super simple to do this. Now you can do the same thing on a wreath. You can do this for your door for a garland. You can do it just anywhere. These make it so simple because you don't really have to do anything. You just kind of weave them together. And then it's going to look like you have layers in there, which of course you do, but it's the easiest way to do it without really having to think about it or plan it out. Just kind of pull them up. Get them kind of intertwined together like this. Okay. Okay, so we'll trim this piece off. Okay, I'm gonna pull some of this up. Doesn't really matter which one you put on top or on the bottom because you can just pull them to mix in together. But when you're making garlands and things like that, what you want is multiple different colors of greens because that's what's going to make it have more interest and just look more natural. Okay, so we have just the basic part. Okay, now we're going to take our colored leaves. We're going to add those in. So this bush has a lot on there. So I'm just going to trim them off. Okay. Right. And then I'll take the longer pieces. Okay. These two longer pieces, and I'm going to put one at each end. Okay, so just going to kind of tie it in. Okay. Okay, and then I'll kind of spread it out. There we go. And so what you're going to see is all these different layers of greenery together. Okay, so let's do the other end. Okay. Since I'm tying this in, I'm not going to have to do a whole lot to separate these when I'm ready to pull it apart. So that's what you really want. You want to be able to separate them pretty easily so that you can just use it with your next season. Okay. And we'll just keep layering them in. So I'll go to the next longest, like this. Okay. Okay, and these do have little pieces that you can kind of separate out like that. Okay. I just kind of spread them out, kind of work in some of the others. Okay. You can take some of these smaller ones and I set those in the center. Just kind of tuck them in. And then when you get to your table, once you lay this out, you can take these extra pieces and just kind of tuck them around. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the table and finish it there. Okay, so now we're gonna take this and we're going to set it onto my table. And we'll kind of move the things in with what we made. I have a couple more things to add in. I have another fall garland and a few little corns. And then of course we have pumpkins on the table, and we'll add in a few more of our leaves. Okay, so this has little pumpkins and some beads in it. So we'll just do the same thing. I'm adding it on. Just kind of moving things around. Make sure you spread everything out. This just adds a little color and another texture. There we go. Okay. Now let's kind of move a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on the table and kind of move everything around it. Okay, so we'll start here near this candlestick. Okay. Like this. Okay. And then the other side will be the other candlestick. Okay. All right, now I want to put our turkey kind of in the middle here. This. Okay, and then I want to put this. Okay. We'll just kind of set some pumpkins in here. Okay. Okay, and then we'll take these leaves. I'm going to kind of place them around our turkey here. Okay. Place one around this here. Okay. This one in here. Okay. And then when Thanksgiving is over, we will take off any of the fall stuff and we'll refill it with Christmas to match the theme that we have in this room, which is candy themed. So we'll use the same exact garland. We'll change out the candles and we'll just kind of adjust what we have. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of put these kind of on either side of the turkey. Okay. Put some of our little pumpkins in here. There we go. Nice and simple, we're ready for our guest. I think I'll move this one here. And then this one here. Okay. Okay, so you can see what it looks like now. See, and then back there we have our little Thanksgiving stuff up.